2024 was a horrible year for professional wrestling, so that means there's lots of choices for the next category. Who was the biggest flop slash worst wrestler of 2024? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We narrowed it down to four, as you do on YouTube. 4-picture polls is your allocation, so we had to get 4 people in there. And we've got a good 4 people as my throat is completely flopping at the worst moment.
I flopped. I mean, I don't know what was going on there with 4 different voices. But you know what, right? Jericho, Nia Jax, Okada, Tonga Loa.
I think we could all agree, even though the WWE fucking fanboys in the comments won't, everyone on this list has had a shock in 2024. They've been abysmal.
Yeah.
They've been abysmal. Now, if I had to say out of the 4 who's had the best moments, I'd actually go with the guy that's leading this poll. But unfortunately, I mean, that happened towards the end of the year, and pretty much his beginning was just diabolical.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm also factoring in that he has dropped the ball big time when it comes to numbers, when it comes to ratings. I mean, Jericho, when AEW started, arguably their biggest draw. I mean, at this point, he's probably the person that is most wanted on the TV screen by the audience. Anytime Jericho appears, it seems like people are turning off. So, it is what it is. Anyway, let's start with 4th place, and it was Nia Jax. Now, a lot of people say Nia Jax doesn't deserve to be on this. Let's keep it real here. Nia Jax sucks. A lot of you guys are only saying that she's good because McMahon's gone and Triple H is in charge. When McMahon was there, Nia Jax sucked. Triple H is there now, guess what? Nia Jax still sucks. And there's been a lot of botches. There's been a lot of bad matches. But, I mean, the worst for me is that Survivor Series match. That wasn't a bad match. That wasn't a couple of botches. That was one of the worst big match, premium live event slash pay-per-view matches I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Nia Jax was the worst performer in it by far. People were saying, oh, it was just one little chair shot with Naomi. No, it was the entire match. She fucking sucked. Looked like she was wrestling underwater. 9%, but in my eyes, could have easily won this poll.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Nia Jax, I mean, the promo, Tiffany. Just an awful fucking worker. We've got people commenting, right? Oh, she had one bad moment the entire year. You know what? No, the reality is, see this list, it's consisting of, you've got Jericho, right? His standards have just fucking nosedived and he's got that go away hate. You've got Nia Jax and Tonga Loa who cannot work and are just fucking botch fests, right? Then you've got Okada, who's on the big ass contract, $5 million a year, finally gets this American, mainstream rub, so to speak, with the Diddy Fuse. And what's he done? Flopped. I think everyone here has flopped for different reasons. But Tonga Loa and Nia Jax, they're horrific in ring. They can't work and all they do is botch. She is literally like the female version of him, and he's like the male version of her. So, again, is it any surprise that they've both got the lowest percentage here? No, because everyone is just going to go AEW.
Aye, so yeah, I'm not surprised that Nia Jax is the lowest. Then we move into 3rd place. It's Tonga Loa. This guy, from the beginning of his career, his debut, has been a fucking disaster. He botched his debut. He didn't pull the referee at the ring quick enough. Then it made the referee look like a dumbass for not counting. So he messes that up. Who could forget that low blow that he attempts on Kevin Owens and punches his fellow Bloodline member on the top of the head? Just absolute awful worker. Even when it came to the Survivor Series match, they had this guy come in at the end. And that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, and it's not because
the jobbers, no, the shitty members normally start the match.
Yeah, but he comes in at the end because they don't trust him enough to work a long match.
And then even when he came out, he never got... You look at the rest of them, right? The rest of them all get their wee flurry of offense. This guy spent the entire time he had outside just putting weapons in the ring. Yeah, I'm surprised they even trust him to put weapons in the ring.
I don't know how long they gave this guy, but seeing his contract's up. Be fucking kidding yourself here to keep this guy. This guy works
Yeah,
like
but
a manager, doesn't he?
He'll probably
A
get
manager
kept.
with no ringing
He'll
experience.
probably get kept because he's a member of the bloodline. He's Samoan.
I mean, he's like, what, 42, 43? Probably has, I think I seen something like he started in 98 wrestling. Guy's got over 25 years of wrestling experience and looks like fucking Paul Heyman in the ring.
Paul Heyman took a better powerbomb for the table. Right, so Tongalo in third place. Second place, shut up, bitches. Okada, 18%. I mean, has Okada had horrible matches? No. Has Okada cut horrible promos for someone that can't speak English? No. I mean, at least he's got a wee catchphrase going. But the fact remains, he's on $5 million a year. He came in, he was hyped as this, like, amazing top star, this top draw, this game changer, and he's been nothing but a bum.
Channel
Nothing
changer.
but an overpaid guy that offers AEW nothing. And for me, that's the reason why he deserves to be on this.
And you know what? I as you touched on, right? Can't really think of any promos or matches that have been bad. But if you can't see the difference between the way they've booked him and Will Ospreay, then you're fucking blind. I don't need to tell you anything. They obviously trust Ospreay, and it's not by his promo work. It's they trust him with his in-ring work. It's almost like with Okada.
I think Ospreay's better on the mic. I think Ospreay's better in the ring. I think Ospreay just looks a bit more marketable than Okada.
But
Okada's got a very strange look. He's like slightly taller than the average Japanese guy, but very lanky. He's just I don't think he's a good. It doesn't do it for me as a professional wrestler, but yeah, he's in second place. And then in first place, the winner of this, you don't really want to win this, but he's won it anyway. It is Chris Jericho. Break the walls down. Jericho winning the flop/worst wrestler of 2024 in the Fog Awards. So yeah, Chris Jericho, guy's good at reinventing himself. He's had a great career. Believe it or not, he's one of my all-time favourites. But the last few years of his career have been awful, and this might be the worst one yet.
Leave the game before the game leaves you, as Jamie Carragher once said. I tell you what, Chris Jericho, see if he just retired after his AEW World Title run, you'd be like, holy fuck, what a career, spanning 30 years, numerous decades, numerous eras, helped build up AEW at the start. But see now, it's like, what's actually happened? Know what I think killed Jericho, right? He pretty much went from being world champion, right, with the, what was his group called? Not the Inner, was it the Inner Circle?
The Inner Circle.
He went with the Inner Circle group, right, and then see pretty much immediately when he lost the belt, he created the Jericho Appreciation Society, and all he did was wrestle fucking jobbers to try and put them over, and it killed him.
Yeah, I mean, at least the Inner Circle's a decent sounding name.
No.
The Jericho Appreciation Society, where was that ever going?
See if The Rock, right, came back full time in WWE and joined the new bloodline and was wrestling fucking Johnny Gargano, and
the Rock stock would drop,
and Angel Garza, and was losing every week, and then he created a new faction with some big tall guy and some midget black guy. It would just it'd fucking sink, man. It'd sink like a rock to the bottom of the river. It's not, is Jericho the worst wrestler 2024? No. I mean, honestly, I have fucking no idea who I would give it to, because there's just so many options. I would almost give it to Nia Jax, right? And you know why I'd give it to Nia Jax?
Nice choice. Not only has she been shite,
look at her role. She's prominent.
I believe she's killed Tiffany Stratton. People go, "What you on about? Kill her? She's the champion." To me, Tiffany Stratton's nowhere near as interesting as she was when she came up for NXT. I think the run that her and Tiffany's had has been awful.
No, it has been
8 years of dragged out shite. Just Tiffany being, her little sidekick, and for what? She's the champion now. Congratulations. Guess what? She'd have been the champion if she wasn't stuck with Nia Jax anyway. She was the Money in the Bank holder. To me, and it's hard to prove because people will just go, what are you talking about? She's the champion. But I think Tiffany Stratton's main roster run has been pretty shit. And I blame Nia Jax.
Also, I mean, hanging around with Candice LeRae doesn't help Nia Jax's cause. But let's see what the comment section's got to say. We're both going Nia Jax. Let's see. King F. Wogger says, Nia Jax being on this list is straight up disrespectful. Well, listen up here, King F. Wogger Jogger Jabroni. She deserves to be here, Hunter. She cannot work, she cannot talk, and as you've pointed out, she's fucking actually openly holding people back. Who else deserves to be on this list if Nia Jax doesn't? You know what I mean? It would be very easy, right, to pick like the low-hanging fruit, like someone in TNA whose name we don't know, but we're picking people who's actually got fucking prominent roles and big names. You've got a guy in the bloodline, a guy worth $5 million, a woman who's literally been the champion for the bulk of this year.
And an actual legend.
Yeah, so,
everyone on this list deserves to be on this list.
We can't pick someone from the fucking bingo halls.
Yeah, Lewacko Kid says no idea who the bottom one is. You're not missing anything. SSJ4 mate, and Nia Jax has had more momentum than anyone from just lies.
No, besides she's got more momentum, right? But she doesn't. What the fuck does that prove? Well, momentum. Someone could be forced down your throat.
That's just straight up. Oh, I'm a WWE fanboy. Anyone in WWE is better than anybody from AEW. Shite logic. Red, Jericho easy with Okada, very close second.
Well, it can't be very close if Jericho is easy.
Yeah, Ferry Sora says Nia Jax was dope, I don't care. No, she was fucking shit.
Dope.
The fuck is
Dope.
Tongaloa? Tongaloa is the guy that botches in the bloodline. Sampras Doodles.
See the fact people don't even know who fucking Tongaloa is?
Sampras Doodles, of course I choose the biggest botcher in wrestling history, Tongaloa. Beer guy. Okada, he does nada, just a boring job with a catchphrase, beach. Slow as a week, in jail, in the ring, no charisma, was going to vote for Jericho, but remembered he was actually good back in the day.
King of my
Well, I mean, listen, if we were remembering what they done back in the day, Jericho would never be on this list ever.
No.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It was 2024. Jericho, I'll be honest, he sucked. Be Humble says Nia Jax / Okada don't deserve to be on this list. Nia Jax had one bad botch and Okada had a terrible gimmick thanks to Tony Khan. Well, I think you can get a terrible gimmick and make the most of it.
Yeah. No, it's like, why do we...
Hold on, what's his gimmick? Isn't really? Oh, the Rainmaker? You already had that.
Where do you draw the line? Oh, Tongaloa's botching because Triple H put him in a prominent role and he's not used to it. Oh, is that Triple H's fault? No, it's fucking Tongaloa's fault. It's Okada's fault.
Yeah, I mean...
You could fucking... Oh, Nia Jax is botching. Triple H shouldn't have put her in that role. I mean, she only had one bad botch.
John Means says, why is Nia Jax on this list? No Six says, why is Nia Jax on the list? Just watch Survivor Series. Now, that match will tell you everything you need to know about why Nia Jax... Name me one good promo. Name me one good match. Oh, no, genuinely, there's none. She's a big fat fuck that botches every single time she's in the ring.
That's pretty much
Charisma vacuum as well. Never cut a good promo in her career.
No. Okada's 100% worse than who? I need to know. And then Nia Jax is irritating there for Big Scotty. So, yeah. Shite options. Well, I mean, they're good options, but they're shite because they're bad and they're botchy and they're floppy. So, that is where we're going to leave it. We're going with Nia Jax. I mean, honestly, people pretending that Nia Jax shouldn't be like... It's almost like we've picked fucking Prime Austin here in like 99 to be on the Worst Guy of the Year award. Come on. Have a word, man. Anyone with fucking 2 brain cells watching that. You're right. We said it at the time. See if the men put on that War Games match. WWE would have been shut down the next day.
The people would be calling for them to be released.
Yep.
But Nia Jax, I mean...
So let's treat them equally.
Everyone wants to pretend that Nia Jax is great. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Not a chance.
Jericho, unfortunately, wins this poll. But he's still the biggest legend here. I mean, these three combined will never even come close to Jericho.
Oh, fuck aye.
So...
Absolutely. Anyway, guys, till then, peace.